Shalom. This is Yakbub with the GMS Dallas camp. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. And salutations to the Akim scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, keeping this truth and this word in truth and sincerity. I'm just going to go into a quick topic. Just do a quick video. I'm start off with Jeremiah chapter 8 verse 7. Yea, the stork in the heaven knoweth her appointed times, and the turtle and the crane and the swallow observe the time of their coming. Right? So the animals, animals of the earth, they understand, the times and different things. They, for example, they got instinct and all that. Like, for example, you have birds. They know what time and what time to pretty much to fly south, and things like that. And then birds have that understanding. It's pretty much what that's saying. But if you continue on here, but my people know not the judgment of the Lord. Pretty much saying that these people don't understand. They don't understand that. They don't understand the judgment of the Lord. They don't understand what time it is. It's time to get up from that sleep, like it says in Romans chapter 13. It's time to awaken out of that sleep. Because the Most High is coming back soon. And you got all these people, like brothers like to say, lost in the sauce. They don't know they don't know what's going on when it comes to current events, and things like that. They don't know what these Edomites are really doing to the earth. All they care about is pretty much their own business, being entertained, fulfilling their pleasures, watching TV, going out to the club, whatever it might be. They've been blinded, so to speak, by this whole infrastructure, by these Edomites, so they don't pretty much, so they stay in that burnt out mentality, walking every day like nothing, nothing bad's gonna happen. Like, these people really don't think that the Most High, like there's a higher power that's gonna come back and judge this place. They walk around every day thinking that this whole system is gonna go on forever. And like I said, like we just read, they know not the judgment of the Lord. Specifically talking about Israel. Which, what, as a matter of fact, there's one in Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 1 verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. So these are according to what this chapter is talking about. The ass and the ox are pretty dumb animals. But they know who their master is. But Israel, they just, like scriptures say, they're sodist children. They're really stupid. Really stupid people. At this point, they don't know the Most High. They don't know who their master is. They might should they think Esau's their master. They always look at the white man as some glorious people. Especially Issachar. If a woman or a young woman, for example, gets with a white, so-called white dude, their parents are like, oh, okay, she did well to get a white guy, or a so-called white guy. But if she gets with a so-called black man, or a different nation, or from the Israelite from the southern kingdom, they look at her like she might, she's crazy, Like, what the hell's wrong with you? You know, why are you getting with a black guy? You know, and stuff like that. You know, so they're looked at. You know, so they look at them as if, you know, as a people, we look at Edom, these Edomites, or they look at as these Edomites as their master. You know, not knowing that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is their, you know, is their real master. You know. Verse 4, Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, they have forsaken the Lord, they have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger, they are gone away backward. You know, they've gone away backward. You know, they've turned from the ways of the Most High, turned their back on the law, statutes, and commandments to fulfill their own earthly desires. You know, worshiping these so-called white people. You know, looking at them like they're really special. You know, you got Israelites going around thinking that those Israelis, you know, those gutter rats, you know, those pieces of shit over there, that, you know, that they're the actual, you know, Jews, not knowing that they're the chosen people of the Most High. You know, like we read in the last verse. You know, my people does not consider. You know, they can't even get in their head, not even the thought that they might be something special. You know, that they're important. You know, that there's something better out there. That this whole life that they're living right now isn't. They believe that this whole life right now is as good as it gets. You know, they don't hold themselves up to a higher standard, like brothers say. You know, they what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought, but I'm gonna just read the next verse 5. Why should ye be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more, right? So why should the Most High punish us anymore? You know, they're still gonna keep being wicked even more and more, right? The whole head is sick, and the whole heart is faint. For the sole of the foot, even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises, putrefying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment, man. So Israel is in a really bad state. You know, all these things, you know, from head to toe, you know, Israel is just, you know, like brothers say, through. You know, they're gone. You know, and the only way to really, you know, to really heal that body is to burn it up. You know, the ultimate purification. You know, and bring it. You know, you gotta destroy these people, man, because there's no coming back from the state that they're in. You know, and verse 7: Your country is desolate, your cities are burned with fire, your land strangers devour in your presence, and it is desolate, as overthrown by strangers. And the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in a vineyard, as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city, man. So, you know, Israel, you know, the Most High, you know, is gonna have to come back because of the just the horrible state that our people have put themselves in. You know, like Jeremiah said, you know, they've done it unto themselves. You know, so the condition we're in is our fault. You know, so, you know, shit, the Most High's got to come back and save us. You know, because, you know, we can't get ourselves out of this predicament. You know, like, for example, let's say you have your dad and you're a young kid or a child, you know, and you put yourself in a really tough situation. For example, maybe you might dig a hole or something, you know, just giving an example, and you fall in it, but you can't get yourself out. You know, you're in a dire situation to where you're not able to help yourself. You know, so your dad's got to come out and pull you out of that hole, you know, and that's what the Most High is going to do, you know. When he comes back, he's going to gather his elect, destroy the 2/3 along with the other nations, and put Edom in slavery, you know. You know, that, you know, your dad pulling you out of that hole, you know, for that situation that we put ourselves in. You know, and that's all I pretty much wanted to get into, you know, Lord willing. You know, you got a little something out of it. You know, with that, shalom.